Peace and blessings. What's going on, YouTube? Let me go on live real quick and let me get over here to Facebook. We go on Facebook in 1 second. I just want to make sure we good. We good? Y'all good? Check it out, YouTube. I haven't went live yet on Facebook. I just want to thank you first off and say thank you, right? So let me go live on Facebook real quick. What's going on, everybody? You know what time it is. This is the Mighty Monday Meltdown. It takes place in the 7 o'clock hour, right? Tune in. We too, as well as on Facebook. This whole broadcast is centered and created for you. Personal development, personal growth is something that we all need. We have to recondition our mindsets. We have to renew our mindsets. And some of us, we need to reevaluate where we at right now in this thing called life, right? I'm here to do my job. This is not just for you. This is for me as well. I know I'm the host. I'm AJ the Wildfire. I am the creator of I Am My Life Coach. It's a self-help tool that's being used throughout the world to help ground you so you can make a difference in your right now, so you can be present. Self-awareness is very important, and I'm here to help you accomplish some of the things that you need. I'm here to give you some of the things that you might need in order that your heart desires can be fulfilled right now. What I ask is that you guys will respect one another, that you will respect the broadcast. You never know who's coming on this broadcast, and I ain't gonna have nobody messing up my stuff because they don't want to use some of their home training. You understand me? Listen to this. Let me give the disclaimer. This is the disclaimer at this point. At this point, I've been doing this for too long to be playing games with anybody, all right? Let's be grown. Let's be mature. Let's be respectful. Some of us, we don't even know each other, okay? But we meet up and we share in this community, and we here for a good time, not a long time. Now, I'm going to pray, and I'm going to do some things that I need to do in order for us to get to the next level so that I can do my job. But one thing I also have to do is I have to be responsible. And at this point, I don't want to block anybody. I'm handing my page over to somebody else to manage. And if they block you and they take you up off of this broadcast, then that's just what it is, right? I cannot tell you enough of how I had to accept some things that I did not want to accept. For me personally, I am a mental health advocate. And me being a mental health advocate, I know what it means to be put out. I know what it means to be shut out, left behind. I know what it means to be the room wrecker, right? Even at church, they told me that I was a problem. I was creating a problem, and I was stirring up ruckus, right? You know, it's an old school word, because I didn't understand. I didn't understand the laws and the rules. I didn't understand. I thought you just go to church and, you know, everybody was straight angels sent from God, and, you know, they will see I'm in here and people will put their arms around me and love on me more so, right? And show me something that that I needed that will help me succeed in life. And I think I don't blame no one now for what happened. I truly apologize for my miseducation. I was misinformed. Like many of us, we're misinformed, right? We think that we go somewhere and it's just going to happen for us. I can do this work. I can provide this work for you guys. But if you don't apply what it is I'm bringing forth to you, then you're wasting time. That's just the truth. It's not that I'm not a good teacher. It's not that I'm not a good life coach, empowerment coach. It's just you're not clear on what you desiring to have out of this thing called life. I'm not here to entertain you no more than I want to be entertained. I'm dealing with some real life situations right now. A lot of you are watching me grow. And if you're watching me grow, first off, thank you. Second of all, if I'm growing, then that means you're growing as well. I'm sorry that God didn't choose Tony Robbins or one of these other Robert Kiyosaki or one of these other great motivational speakers, the preacher's coach or whoever he is. People be sending me stuff from him. TD Jakes. And a lot of these other people that you have heard that you have definitely went head over heels for. I'm nowhere near them. Okay. I'm starting from ground zero. None of them people chose me, right? My own community did not choose me, right? And I'm not gonna sit back here and tell you that I missed out on anything, because I will be lying to you. My life has been amazing. I have an amazing life. God has definitely showed up in many areas of my life, right? I'm talking about anything I desire to have. I have seen it. I have accomplished it. I have touched it. But one thing I learned is we can be greedy, right? It's like we want more and more and more and more, and we can keep asking. And for many of us, God has really blessed you with some stuff. All right. But that don't stop you from asking for more stuff, because he's God, right? We here to enjoy this thing called life. But for some of us, we don't allow some of the things we have to change who we are. And we are not growing up. We are actually stuck right now. We're stuck in a place where we now blaming people. We now looking for more out of people. Me personally, my request is, God, I want you to do some things for the people on this broadcast. Show them some of the things that you have shown me right now. You guys, it gets boring at the top. I'm not gonna lie to you. The top is boring, right? I mean, I have old school cars, I get this, and I'm still like, I want this. I'm not happy, right? And I want more of this and more material things, right? And I had to check myself. I have to check myself. And I had to realize that now it's about who can I help get their heart desires. I want to talk about finances because I've seen finances. All right. I know everybody want money, but you don't understand what money is. You don't understand the power of money, the tool. It's a tool, right? It's only two ways you can get money. There's only two ways you can get money. One is you can work for money, or two, money can work for itself. Them the only two ways you can get money. And for many of us, we don't allow money to dictate what we do, who we do, when we do, how we do, what we do. And money has literally became some of your main focus on why you can't get the things you want, or why you can't even, okay, let me be honest. Sometimes I slip into this position myself. I'll be like, God, look, soon as I start saying I need some money, because he'd be like, are you serious? I'll be like, no, I'm not serious, God. I'm not serious. I was just playing, right? I'm playing. Money has to be, it's a currency, it's a tool, just like a screwdriver. Many of you don't ride around in your car with a screwdriver. Many of you don't ride around your car with a Phillips screwdriver or a butter knife. Some of you might ride around your car with a Glock 9, right? 9mm or a 380, but you ain't riding around here with a with some jumping cables, right? Because you don't expect your car to need a jump or shut off, right? So it's many things we missing. Some of us, I choose to believe we're missing relationship. I talk about relationship a lot because I understand the power behind relationship. And one of the things I share is my relationship with the creator, right? I learned a lot from the creator. He teaches me so much, but when I came back, I was very specific. I think I might have been a crappy friend back in the day. I don't even believe I was ever a friend to many people. So let me apologize. If y'all listening to me and back in the day, over 9 years ago, if y'all said, hey, Don, this was my friend, that's because I was selfless. While you was being selfish, I was being selfless. Some of the things I done, I didn't get paid to do it, right? I was out just doing what I feel that I wanted to do. I know some of your kids are the same way right now. Some of your family members, they don't know why they do what they doing. They just doing it, right? Well, we was doing it, right? Some of you don't know why you with the person you with right now. 9 times out of 10, you just didn't want to be by yourself. But if you ever turns on the lights or the lights get turned on, you might make a change. You might decide, wait a minute now, either they a little bit up on another level and I'm never going to get there, or I'm a little bit stronger than what it is I didn't settle for. There's no need for any of us to play weak right now. Playing weak will hurt you. Playing weak will hurt you mentally, It will hurt you physically. It will hurt you spiritually. It will hurt you emotionally. Let's be honest right now. Many of you are strong. You are powerful, right? And I'm here to help direct that. I'm here to ground that. I'm here to bring forth that energy. How do I bring forth that energy? I'm going to bring it out of you. How do I bring it out of you? Because you did not create yourself. You did not create yourself. You just don't understand self. So what we have to do is we have to do something called self-manifestation. That means we have to manifest right now who we are, who we want to be, and how we want to do this thing moving forward right now. How do you want to handle your family from the point you at right now? How do you want to handle your finances from this point right now? How do you want to handle a relationship? And I mean a relationship. What am I talking about? I'm talking about anything that you give to, you have the right to understand what do you get from. And I recognize for me, every relationship that I participate in, I know I have to be the one that brings what I bring. Now, what they get in return, I'm not sure. Some people will sell me out, right, but won't bail me out, right? Some people can have a conversation and it can just go crazy, right? And they would like for real because they like to be entertained by other people's failure. I have failed in more areas than probably any of you and any of your family members. I have failed a whole lot throughout the course of my life. I would not know what winning looked like. I would not know what success looked like if it was not for my failure. Right? If it was not for my failure, that means I tried to do something and missed the target. I tried to be a good person to someone that just, you can't be a good person to everyone till they become a good person. What am I saying? I'm saying I was left out, right? And it left me in this place. But in this place, I discovered something. It's called self-discovery. I discovered that, you know what? I have two ways I can view this. I can stay in the situation I'm at right now, and I can constantly settle for the way things going on around me right now, right? It's called customs. There's customs that goes with the culture. The customs that goes with the culture will never produce what a lot of you are looking for right now. So until you recognize and identify that what you have learned does not work for you, right? What you have been around does not work for you, right? Many of you frown and located your voice. But please don't use your voice on this broadcast. I need some respect to be given. I'm trying to take it to another level. I know for a fact the work that I have need to get out to the world. I realize some of you are straight up stronger. You stronger because of this broadcast. You stronger because all it took is one concept. All it took is one word. All it took is one prayer, and it was on for you. And that's how life should be. All it takes, some of us, it took a smack in the face. Sometimes all it took is a pop in the mouth by your mama or somebody, and you knew she wasn't playing. What did I tell you? At that moment, she got your attention. What am I saying? What is it going to take to get your attention right now? That's what I look for throughout this broadcast, throughout this feed. When I go after God, I'm trying to figure out, God, listen, what can I do to help you give me more for those that are around me right now, right? I'm not the person that boasts. I don't boast into how much money I have. I don't boast with my credit score. I don't boast with my credit cards and how much money I have and what I drive. But hey, let's be clear. I choose quality, while some people want quantity. Now, quantity was in back in the day. You wanted 100 pairs of shoes, 100 dresses, and you wanted all these clothes, and you wanted all that. Let me be honest with you. I'm going to clap for you because we all did the same thing. We wanted more and more and more. But let's slide your closet door open and let's see how junky you look. Yo, inside of your closet might look like the Sanford and Son. It might look like a rumble sale or something. It might look like the junkyard. It might look just like the thrift store look. You ever walked into a higher end restaurant like Chanel or Louis Vuitton or the Gucci store, and everything, they only got 2 items folded nice and neatly on the shelf, right? They got a couple pair of shoes here. They got a coat that don't match a hat, and they got something else that's a 2 pair of blue jeans, right? And it's like, do y'all got this in a different size? No, we don't. We have to check another store, right? And you go down the aisle again, they got a medium shirt. You never see a 2X or a 3X because apparently they want people to be in self-control. That's why they don't make clothes for big people because they have an idea of who their clientele should be, right? Louis Vuitton has an idea. You ain't coming in there asking for no 4-5X. Let's be clear. That's what I'm trying to express to you. They have an idea. When it's time for your baby, little man, me, she, whatever her name is, right? Little Londa, whatever. When it's time for her to go to college, she has to apply, but they has to accept her. What am I saying? I'm saying we in a phase right now that you're going to have to accept what it is that's going to be around you. You're going to have to accept, but some of you are so guarded. Right? You are so guarded, you're going to miss out on your good thing too. And I'm trying to let you understand something. This is the wrong time to miss out on what you've been waiting on. Some of you've been waiting 2 and 3 years. The reason you ain't received it is because you got your imaginary walls up. What is your imaginary wall? Your imaginary wall means that your higher self can never be activated. That means you stuck down here with everything you don't want. Let's be honest. You stuck in your pain. You stuck in your abuse. I just had to deal with someone earlier today in a session. Now, I don't speak about session, but I got to talk about this one. And it's in a different way. I've been like, God, look, what can I say just to let my people know? Because they are fully aware. Anytime I do a one-on-one session, they're fully aware that I do these broadcasts. And when I do broadcasts, I'm only doing broadcasts to my circle of the Invisible Crown Army. That will be you guys. That's why we're here. It's about respect. That's all I need. I don't need love. Love, right? I don't need. Love is freedom. Freedom to be who you are. But let's be clear. But freedom means you free from the things that keeps you in bondage. Come on now. You can't love nobody till you first love yourself. That's why it clearly states, love your neighbor like you love yourself. It clearly states, love God with all your heart, all your mind, and everything you have, right? That's what your love should always be. I don't know how it got to I'm in love with somebody unless I see Christ in their body. Now, I'm not wrong for loving somebody for what I see. But at the end of the day, it ain't what they want me to see. It's what I see. That's what some of us got to get it right at. It's not what they want me to see. It's what I see. And when I see Christ, that's what I go after. That's what I'm connected to, right? Yes, God. I went in another direction. Y'all know I be up and out of here. So let me just tune this thing back in. Whew. Yes, God. So y'all understand where we at. Let me start over again. This is the Mighty Monday Meltdown. This is about personal development and personal growth. Let me slow down because I get excited. And when I get excited, believe me, that's my natural that's getting excited. When I hear the spirit saying, knock, 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 and I'm like, hold on, God, let me get a little minute with them for a second. And I'm like, y'all know what God is, and God like, knock, 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 it's my time. And I'm like, hold on, God, for a second. I'm like, this and that, y'all know I'm just like, and I'm like, knock, knock, knock. And I'm like, look, okay, wait, I got to do what I got to do. And then I got to connect with that because it's not about me. It's about what we can accomplish if we come together as a unit, right? If we come together. Now, I just want to say these words to you in a respectful way. Everybody is in a different place in their life. No one knows nobody. All we need to know is that we have goals. There's a goal that you're supposed to write down for every month right now. We are in the 4th month right now. One goal for each month. We are here to accomplish goals. Any goal you write should make you bigger. Any goal you write should make you better. Any goal you write should make you greater than where you was. Nobody should be in the place they was some time ago. All I care about is the right now. Your power is in the right now. Somebody threw up a word. I could see it. It's called regroup. Meaning, first off, we was in a group when we started. We was in a group in the community. We was in a group with the culture. We in a group with whether that's female or male. We in a group with what church we go to. We're in a group based on education. Come on, y'all. But now it's time to regroup. And in this regroup, you're going to have to register. You're going to have to register and you're going to have to use your intuition. I'm not going to sit here and mess up where I'm at due to some of you. I've been here a little too long. It's time for me to go to another level. So let me go ahead and kick this thing. We got one more week for this thing. Sunday is going to be a skate jam. Now listen to me. Y'all better be praying for this thing, because it's going to be an amazing time. This is one of the things that Invisible Crown is putting together to try to bring the people together. Me personally, I'm not even for bringing people together at this point for my life. But it's not about me. That's the God in me that's doing this. Because me personally, I wanted to take my little self and do me somewhere else. No social media, no camera, no nothing, and just enjoy my little life. And that's how I wanted to play it. But now I understand that it's bigger, better, and greater than anything I can ever imagine. So it's not personal, it's purpose for me. And I want this broadcast to be purposeful for a lot of you, especially when I have to come here, not against my will, but God's will. Let God's will be done in me and through me. And that's how I'm able to connect to some of you. I'm not a pretender. I don't try to be perfect. I'm not looking to be perfect, but this picture is perfect because Christ is present. And when Christ is present, that is perfect. He's perfect in every way. He take our mess up and clean it straight up. He makes sure that we have an advantage over the things that we used to be under. But remember, I told you, some of you are blocked in by the wall you created. I don't know how you created it. I don't know what made you create it. Your girlfriends and male friends, whoever you've been around, you need to put your guards up. You need to put now you done built something in your ignorance and you don't even know how to take it down. You don't even know how to take it down to get what you need. You don't lock yourself in now. So I wanted to tell you, somebody going to post it at the end again about the skate jam. Also, let's regroup. If you have this book, it'll be in your best interest to open it back up and read it again. Start over. Don't jump around the book. Start from the beginning. This book was created to renew who you are. You need to be present. God is present and you need to be present too. How do you think you're going to get what you need? We're not sitting here trying to act like we're not in this world. We in this world, but God sent something into the world to help you while you in this world so you don't feel like you're being left out, pushed out, or just counted out, right? So let me set this music. Let me set this music and get the music right. Because I got to pray. I got to get myself together. What's going on, everybody? Let's put the music on. The music is on. What's up, you guys? Peace and blessings. This is the Mighty Monday Meltdown. We're going live over on YouTube. And we also, what's going on, Miss Evans on YouTube? And we also going live at Adonis Johnson on Facebook. The community is getting stronger. I also realize that we're going to lose some people because as we elevate, some people have to break off like a branch. Right? We planted the seed grow, but then it grows out and we have different branches. Now, when your branch out, that means your branch that you connect to has to feed and fuel somebody. This is what they leave out when you go to like school or when you go to like church or something, right? And whatever it is you join, they want to make sure that you get something so you can take it back to your children, so you can take it back to the people that you are around. But somehow they done cut this part out because they leave you in this Ichabod stage. They leave you in this stage of ignorance. What is ignorance? Ignorance is sin. Sin is not knowing who you are. We here open mind. We praying, yes, God, open my mind. And you want to receive something. And the one thing you're not receiving is the data to you. The data is you trifling. The data is you don't listen. The data is your mouth is your problem. The data is you not patient. The data is you don't help nobody. You don't assist nobody. The data is you done been hurt so much that you done made everything about you. And God could never get no glory out of that right there. So that's where you stuck in. And you've been stuck here for years, okay? And nobody never said, and notice, when you leave and move around, whoever you connect to, you bring this to. So you bring this chaos in people's lives, and that's what destroyed them. Now they like you now, right? And you go around to somebody else's life, as soon as you connect to them, boom, it's a blowout. And you destroy them as well, right? That's where the timeout comes in at. We have to take a timeout, right? We got to take a time out because when the only time is when you hard to control is when you healthy. You can't be manipulated when you are clear. Many of us, we are not clear because we don't look stupid. So we ain't never asked a question. Because for some of us, we had to listen, right? We had to listen, but we couldn't ask and say, hey, I got a question for you, right? So we missed out. So now we could be manipulated because we're not clear on what we desire to have. We're not clear on what we coming to do. We're not clear to sit here and perform what we're trying to perform. We're not clear to take the plane off. We're not clear to be involved the way we involve. We're not clear because ain't nobody going to be in nothing that's not going to produce nothing. Come on now. And I'm not talking about produce frustration and anger. He said, choose today what you will serve. Are you going to choose to serve your fear, or are you going to choose to serve what you got faith in? Are you going to choose to serve frustration, lonely, abusive behavior, bad language, all the negative that done happened to you? Like I expressed to you earlier, I was talking to someone and I see here and they said, well, they was raped, they was abused early on in their years. I said, wow, abused sexually? They said, yeah. I said, whoa. I thought you was going to say something else. I said, man, I don't feel bad that much now. I feel like it's somebody with me. They said, what? You've been sexually abused as well? I said, let's be honest. I've been mentally abused. I've been physically abused, financially abused. I've been mentally abused, right? Come on, y'all. I got to be honest right now. You know, a lot of us, we are linked to something, and that's why we can't go forward. No, we're going forward today. All right, we're going forward today. Let me readjust myself. Sister Sonia, peace and blessing. Cover the room. So Sonia says, my job to make sure I cover the room, y'all. Show some respect, you guys, for yourself right now by respecting the people that shows up right now, because we here to be watered, and the only one that can water us is a cloud. We don't want a cloud that don't have no rain. We don't want no prayers that don't have no answer. You got requests, I got requests too. But I have to connect to what connects to me. So this is when I call my time out. My time out is on the battlefield. The battlefield is called life. Whose life? Your life. And what am I saying? I'm saying if you can't call a timeout on your relationship, if you can't call a timeout on family, why do I have to be the only one that's giving? When is it going to flip back around where y'all going to do something for me? Come on, now let's call a timeout. Is everybody else getting blessed around here and I seem like I'm missing out on something? This is when you got to be open and honest with God, because God is open and honest with you. He will talk back if you say the right conversation. Come on now. So I got to call a time out on my complaining. Some of us, we talk a whole lot and we get around the wrong one. We just start talking, right? That's a time out today. Time out on complaining. Time out on roles. Time out on the people we don't allow to come in our life, and as well as those that's trying to leave out of our life. Everybody's not meant to leave. Let's be clear. You let the wrong one leave, you're going to mess yourself up. You better hold on for a second and ask God, Lord, if this is you walking out my life, I just don't want you to walk out because I didn't get it together. I don't want you to walk out because I didn't take my time. I don't want you to walk out because I shut you out, put you out, frustrated, and all of that. So God, I just need to call a time out for a second. Father God, Jehovah Jireh, I call upon you right now. I ask that you will meet us right now. I ask that you will make your way into this huddle right now. Make your way into this huddle. Let your angels set up right now. Set up the parameters that's needed to block off any and everything. I know this is unfamiliar to many of us, but for some of us, God, we are warriors of you. We are warriors in Christ, and for that right there, we put on the full armor, and we don't have no armor without putting on the helmet of salvation, the breastplate of righteousness, the belt of truth, the boots of peace, and we need the invisible crown. What is the invisible crown? That is our character, and our attitude has to be lined up with the sword as well as the shield of faith right now. So God, we want to serve faith right now. We want to serve faith. You say pick what we will serve, and today we realize we have a choice. You say we can't be double-minded. You say we can't be in the middle. You say we can't be timid because you ain't made nothing timid. You gave us a sound mind, and today we're going to use the sound mind to realize that some of the things in our life is not growing like it should. Some of the stuff we have to terminate. Some of the stuff we have to exterminate. Some of the stuff we have to put the weeds out and pull it up right now. This right now has to be an inside job. There's some things about us, God, that we still need to deal with. Some of us, we still babies in some area, still emotionally drained in some areas. And God, the only one we can cry out to you, Abba, is you. The Spirit is crying out for you, and we don't want to reject it. We don't want to neglect it. We recognize that that's the intuition. Come on now, that brings all things into fruition right now. When we got baptized, that was an agreement. We agreed that we believe that Jesus Christ is the Son, and for that right there, they baptized us in the name of the Father. Come on, y'all. In the name of the Son. Come on, y'all. In the name of the Holy Spirit. And with that spirit, we have access to something higher than where we at right now. So we desire to go higher. We desire to go higher in you and through you, God. We only want to use the path that you can create for us. That's the alternate route. And for that right there, we going to shout right there, thanking you that we can leave everything behind right now. We don't fear anything at this point because we in you, God. We have faith that better days is coming, and today gonna start a new day for us right now. We thank you, God, that you're releasing us for things that hold us back, things that hinder us, things that keep us, things that misalign us, but you are restarting us, restoring us, reviving us. Some of us, this is too much for, God. So I ask that you would just let your peace fall fresh. Let your peace fall fresh on them, God. Let me readjust the voice for them. Let me readjust the voice of instructions, Father God. You are an amazing God. You are amazing, God, because you've always been amazing. And when we put our eyes on you, the things that you do, come on now, the things that you do, you supersede anything we can ask for. You supersede anything we can ask for. Some of us, we need to ask for more. We need to ask for more. So, God, today I ask for more on behalf of the Invisible Crown Army, every person that can hear my voice right now. God, I ask that you will enable their ears, level them up to another level right now. Move them without their permission right now. They're hindering their own growth. They're stunting their own growth. God, override what they told themselves. Override what they spoke out their mouth. Override what they spoke over themselves. Nobody spoke over them but them themselves right now, God. And today, I'm asking that you, God, be the difference right now, God. Show them that they way don't work. God, today we put our eyes back on you. We recognize that when you said go right, we went left. When you said shut up, we kept talking. That old spirit is gone. We have to release. We can't put new wine in old skin. We can't put new wine in old skin. I recognize these words, this water right now, this water that we're receiving as I begin to shake this tree and get these fruits right now. I recognize they can't go into an old bag. It has to be a new bag. It has to be new situations. It has to be newness all around us. Oh, yeah, go. He said, for some of you, the newness has been built up. Your storehouse is on the other side. Come on now, use the cross to cross over. Use the cross to cross over. Come on, y'all. The Passover is to pass over what was and get to what's new. Bigger, better, greater is what we entering in on this day right now. We see ourselves getting stronger. We see ourselves getting better, and we see ourselves being greater because we greater than anything else in our past. We are above water right now, you guys. We are above water and we're pointing in the right direction. We heading in the right direction right now. And for that right there, we give you glory. We give you honor. We give you praise. But God, we don't want to be selfish. We know we here for a good time, not a long time. But we asking that you would deal with our family in ways you never deal with them before. Deal with our parents the way you need to deal with them. We thank you for the parents, but now they need some love. They need some support. They need some comfort. Come on now. They need to feel you. They need to know that somebody can cover them when they was covering us. Come on now. We put all parents up on before us right now, God. We bow down right now. We bow down and we say thank you. If our parents have already crossed over, then God, we pray for their souls right now. We pray for their souls. We talk out to our parents, those that done already left this life and went on to the afterlife. We cry out to them right now and say thank you. Thank you for dealing with us, putting up with us. Thank you for overseeing us. Thank you for going through whatever you went through just to make sure we can stand here today. Come on, y'all. We talking to the other side right now. Yay. We still here on this side, but we got to yell out to the other side and we got to thank them. Thank them that the work won't go in vain. Thank them that for whatever they have taught us, all them whippings they had given us. Come on, y'all. They was the overseers at that time. They the one who put you on punishment. They the one that whipped you, disciplined you. They the one that was trying to teach you, read to you. They the one that sit here and tried to feed you ramen noodles, whatever they had, just to get you where you at right now. Kool-Aid. Don't you sit here and act like you had Pepsi and RC all your life. Kool-Aid, sugar water, lemonade. Come on, y'all. Yeah. Government cheese. They stood in them lines. They applied for the same system that some of you applying for. You got some privileges that your parents did not have. You got a car. They was on a bus, super transfer. And you sitting up here complaining. Today, y'all, we say thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you for whoever you sent to deal with us. We are a hot mess. Yes, we are. I'm being honest. Some of us, we ain't even jumped out the gate yet. We don't even know where we picked up some of this stuff at. But we be honest before you, God. If we can be honest before anybody, we need to be honest with you. We done tried to want everybody to be honest to us. We done got in a relationship. We want them to tell us the truth. We don't want to need to tell ourselves the truth. We need to tell ourselves, hey, some of us, we tired. Nah, we tired of messing up. We tired of messing up. How do I know we messing up? Because we ain't happy. We ain't happy with what we got. We ain't happy with what we got. We look at somebody else's happiness and think that's going to make us happy. Come on, God, we got to be honest with you. Strip yourself right here. And this is in Jesus Christ's name, I pray. In Jesus Christ's name, we pray. There you go. You know, I is we at this point. He said we are one. In Jesus Christ's name, we pray. Amen. Hey. What's happening? Let me get this off. I know once I go in the spirit, then there was going to be some shifting going on because, as you can see, he will wipe. Are you tired? No, Rena, I ain't tired. I'm tired of the same old, same old. Life get bigger, better, and greater. But somehow my mind want to sit here and try to go one way. And it says, take your mind and throw it, take it captive and put it in the direction that you want it to go in. That's what I'm saying. It says, pick today who you going to serve. Are you going to serve happiness or are you going to serve sad? Are you going to serve health or are you going to serve sickness? Some people like attention, so they like to be the victim. Are you going to play victim or are you going to be victorious? But I guarantee you cannot be both. And what am I saying? I'm saying if you ground yourself and know where you going, then that's all that matters. That's all that matters. Some people don't like me for saying it that way. Some people don't like me for saying some of the stuff I say. They want me to come on and they want me to sit here and lie to them and say, hey, you guys, we are. No. This ain't no we thing. When I speak, I'm speaking to me first. And then if you can hear my voice, just like Jesus stated, Jesus said, for those that can hear my voice, right, for the truth. Now, my truth might not be your truth. Let's be honest. Everybody don't need no money on here, okay? Everybody don't need no credit. Some people got paid off cars. Your car note is paid off. You ain't got no car note. That's amazing. Some people don't, their mortgage is paid off, right? They own properties, right? At least I do. And they don't have mortgages, right? So that's a blessing. But it does not mean stop living. It does not mean not reach for more right now. It does not mean, some of you, stop trying to go and find finances and start finding people that can understand who you are, that when you call, you answer their phone call. Like Sister Sonia. Me and Sister Sonia relationship came like this. And it all came through a phone call. And when she called me through Messenger, it was for prayer for a situation. But you see, if anybody knows Adonis, you will know if I do not talk to you and I can't call you to verify what's being said, then I don't know you. I got that from Rena. I don't know you. I don't look. Rena said, I don't need no new friends. Do you hear me? No new friends. What that means? That means new friends comes with new problems, right? Some of you, we have to be cautious of what we do. Now, I understand everybody want to come into the community, right? And let's be honest, I get it. This ain't Sunday service, all right? This ain't Sunday, hug your neighbor and smile at them. This ain't hug your neighbor to the left. This ain't hug your neighbor to the right. This is put your armor on and you better watch the one to your left and you better watch the one to your right. You better watch who comes here. You better watch who's around you because I'm just trying to express to you, I don't know if I was supposed to told you this, but I thought I told y'all this or something, you know. It's your responsibility. When I say ground yourself and take your position, that just means, hey, you know, if it's not what you need, then you got to watch it go past. I told you 3 types of birds. You're going to have to watch who finna try to come to you, who finna come around you, right? Here's the recap. what was going on is that here's the recap. 3 types of bird, right? There's going to be a vulture. The vulture only hangs around the dead, right? They look for things that was alive that got killed. Some of you got killed with your last relationship. You got killed because you wanted to broadcast, I'm with somebody now, you guys, and boom, that relationship broke up. Y'all had a misunderstanding. How did y'all have a misunderstanding? Because some of you are not prepared to be in a relationship to that magnitude. Some of you need to be entry level, but you keep trying to go all in, and you ain't understanding. When you go all in, you used all your gas up. You don't have no gas to get to your next level. What does that look like? That look like getting in your car from Chicago, filling your gas tank up with a half a tank of gas, and you're like, where you finna drive to? Well, I'm about to drive to St. Louis. I'm about to drive to California. And it's like, well, how much money you got? Well, I ain't got no money, but I got a half a tank of gas. Your half a tank of gas is not getting you to Wisconsin. It's not getting you to St. Louis. It's not getting you nowhere. Guess what I'm saying, you guys? I'm saying many people keep trying to want you to roll with them, and your loyalty got you going places that you will never reach. And now you fell out or falling out with people around you, right? You falling out with people around you because you're not clarifying where you at this point. What am I saying? I live an open life so God can provide for me what I need. I don't live an open life thinking that some of people can come up here and stab me and kill me. But see, if you created this in your head, then you're going to manifest this in your reality. So the things that you seeing is what you drawn to. What you create is now being activated, right? Because you is choosing what you choose to serve. So what was going on? I said vultures hang around dead people, dead things. So they wait till something die, and then they pick at it and eat at it, right? Then you're going to have some pigeons. What am I saying? Birds, right? Birds. I get the birds of a feather, they flock together. Not necessarily. That's not true. I prove it to you. Pigeons don't fly that high, and they wait around waiting for somebody to give them something. Isn't that like sheep's, right? They waiting for somebody to feed them something, right? Well, what am I saying? This broadcast was put in place for personal development and personal growth. You guys not gonna hang me, okay? Personal development means the first word, personal. 2, development. There's no institution out here that allows you to personal develop. Let's just start there. Your family don't allow you to be you because it's always you act like somebody else, right? Let's just stop there. Don't want to go in the wrong direction too much. Now let's go with another word, personal growth. That means now that I'm growing, right? I had to make it personal in order for my growth to take place. But isn't it amazing that I done outgrew some people that's around me? Isn't it amazing I done outgrew some of the places I used to go? Isn't it amazing that I done outgrew some situations and some circumstances and some people? I'm over it, right? Many of you are over it, right? So we have to level up. We over the disrespect. We over the back and forth. We over the government. We over this whole, let me tell y'all something. The Black Lives Matter. I was never with that, to be honest with you. And I'm just saying this. I never was with that stuff because I just feel like I'm putting my attention on God. God, listen, if you're going to bless me, I'm going to you. That's who I felt. That's who I started with. That's who I'm going to end with. I don't have time to be jumping ships with these little organizations. Then now, here it is. This lady done went and bought her a mansion. You know what I'm saying? She living her best life, buying these mansions and Lamborghinis and all these cars now. Then talking about somebody didn't know I'm supposed to file taxes. Y'all also didn't know another nonprofit organization, the Girl Scouts, is $1 million company, right? Nonprofit. People donate money to them, right? And they're $1 million company. What am I saying? I'm saying you outgrow a lot of this stupid stuff. And that's what Christ is all about. That's why he comes into our life. Not so we can play church. But see, a lot of times people can hear me speaking about God and they ain't understanding something. I'm a teacher. God called me to teach. Now, when he called me to teach, what am I teaching? That's what's important. This is not preaching. It's actually teaching you something. I'm teaching you, hey, listen, if you don't put your eyes on you, then you're going to miss it. You're going to be looking at everybody else, blaming everybody else for why you're not happy, blaming everybody else to why you don't have nothing, blaming everybody else to why you feel some type of way. Just like I told you, the lady, she was crying out. She had a situation. She wanted to ask it. And she, I didn't want to say this. And I'm like, say what? What's going on? She said, I was raped in my youthful years. And I said, oh, okay, well, man, I thought you were going to say something else. She said, what? You been raped before? I said, listen, Sexually abused, I get what you're saying. But we've been mentally abused, we've been financially abused, we've been physically abused, we've been spiritually abused. There's more type of abuse than just the abuse you witnessed when you had nothing to do with that. That situation that took place, I get it. It's in your head. But you're going to have to remove that thing, and we're going to have to find another way around this, because the Bible says you can be born again. Born again, meaning you can open up a doorway. And when you open up the doorway, he say, lift up your head, right? And put your eyes to the hills for which your help comes. If your head is up, is that not your higher self? If your head is up, that's the higher self, right? You going to higher self. Let's be honest with you guys. Let's be honest and let's be clear. Your higher self is your conscious mind. Your conscious mind is your higher self. Let's be clear. Here you go, right here. Let's be clear. Here you go. Your motor, the motor is your subconscious mind. Your conscious mind, you know how to say start your engine? When you turn the key, it had to go to the battery, go to something else, hit the starter, and then it starts running, and then the motor starts running. You can't run a motor without the battery, without the key ignition turning, a crossover that connects to the battery. Then the motor start running, right? For some of you, remember it said choose who you will serve. That's your engine starting. Today, are you choosing to serve your faith, what you have faith in, your business, the new opportunity, or you choosing to have to serve your fears, your frustration, and your anger? Soon as you make this choice, then it starts, boom, and your motor, which is your subconscious mind, start cranking out like this, and all throughout the course of your day, everything that you done put your eyes on is manifesting towards you. If you think you sick, you're going to be sicker. If you sitting here talking about, man, I need to go to the doctor, you're going to find yourself feeling like something is wrong with your body. Why did this happen? Because you created it. Not knowing you created. You can watch a movie and you can look at a movie, and that movie can be a disturbing movie, and you can bring them same effects into your life, because it says watch and choose who you go. It says leave no stone unturned, right? Leave no stone unturned, meaning your eyes, right? That means you got to make sure your eyes are on the right thing that's going to produce what you desire to have, because you can put your eyes on the wrong thing and you can bring that thing in. So it says you have to guard your servants, guard your eye gates, right? Your eye gates. What do I mean? It says leave no stone unturned. That means you got to do a check. Let me make sure my eyes is watching the right thing today. I don't need to be looking at anything terrible, right? But here's where we go wrong at. What we hear. Here's another guard right here. Here's another servant. So now we listening. Music will mess you up. People will mess you up. Gossip will mess you up. Talking will mess you up. Too much of the wrong thing will mess you up. So it says guard this. Pick who you will serve today. And notice what you're hearing. Are you going to serve this? Because you can get drawn into something that don't have nothing to do with you and mess up everything in your day called today. Today is the day that God has made. This is the only day you get right now. You don't get tomorrow, neither do you get yesterday. You get right now. You want to know where your power is at? Is in the right now. That's what I'm here to tell you about right now. If it's going to happen, it's right now. If I'm cutting you off, it's right now. If I'm done with you, it's right now. If I'm talking to God, it's right now. That's all I'm expressing to you guys. Okay? I got that? Okay. So, and the voice that comes out, the words you use, this is another critical one, but I got to press on, you guys. I can't spend too much time, and I'm already pressed for time. So watch this, you guys. Let's do the recap. Here's the recap. The recap is Jesus, right? Jesus, I like Jesus. Jesus is higher self, but he's using Christ. That's why it's called Jesus Christ, right? Jesus Christ. If you notice, every church at the end of it, is a lot of them says church in Christ. So if we talk about Christ, right, then Christ is higher self. I taught y'all that. Remember, I'm a self-help teacher, self-empowerment coach, right? So watch this. Jesus was sitting here in a situation, and he just got through helping that lady out, right? Her name was Mary. She wanted to put the little potion on his legs, a little perfume, right? That's fine. But there's a scripture that says, one of the other disciples said, why is she using some good perfume on him when she could have sold that? She could have made money off of that. What am I saying? You see, Jesus hung around business-minded people. He wasn't a consumer. He was somebody that hung around people that knew how to make money, that knew how to turn water into wine. So if one person saw them spilling that little perfume out, he like, man, she can go sell that. That's money, right? I'm finna show you something. When Jesus sit here and left there, he received a call to go see Lazarus. Lazarus is fell asleep. He dead, right? This is what we left off at on the Rude Awakening. And I was sick, by the way. So I thank you guys for all y'all prayers. I was so sick on that broadcast. Some people couldn't even believe I was sick. I can't even believe I don't have no music playing in the background. That's odd. Let me put that on. Oh, man. The music done cut off. Okay, let's put that back on. It talks so long, the little speaker done cut off. Hold on, I need that on. I ain't getting no speaker today. Battery dead. Okay, so anyway, I want to close up real quick because I think you got the whole logistic of the message, right? So what happened is that Jesus get a call that Lazarus is dead, right? Lazarus dead. They decide, you know what? We need to go see Lazarus, right? Listen to the recap. We need to go see Lazarus, right? So I got to set this up. Jesus says we need to go see Lazarus, but he waited 2 days. So he went to his people. This is a power circle. I want you to understand a power circle only gives you positive energy right now. If you negative, you don't belong on here. This is positive circle because we all doing something amazing that God want to express himself through what we're doing. So whatever mess we in right now, whatever situation we in right now, whatever we going through right now, it's only so God's power can be displayed through it. So I'm trying to tell you something. Hold your position. Stop complaining about what you are going through and watch God's hand move in your life. For some of us, we do so much talking, we miss what God has done, and he done what we asked for, and we still asking for the same thing. God, when you going to do this here? God, he already gave you what you're looking for. Ask for something else, right? Ask for something else. Some of you are so powerful, but I promise you, you keep asking for the same thing, and he already done gave it to you. You need to ask for something else. You need to ask for something to be added to. You know, somebody told me the other day, they were like, you know what? I sit here and, you know, I pray for people, specific, like Sister Sonia called me. You know, Minister AJ, I'm praying for you, and I'm asking God, this and ain't no shit. God, and God going, and God didn't tell me. And I mean, listen, I'm not gonna argue with nobody that's first off, when you talk God, and that name come out your mouth, I go into a trance, like, because I know you have power. The worst thing that a person can do is not know their power. Okay, many people don't know. They listen to that. Yes, God. I can hear her voice now. That's what she's scary to me sometimes. Like, yes, God. Yes, God. I'm like, listen, you better tell God I'm waiting on some stuff. Okay, do it for me, God. Please. Sister Sonia said, bless me, God. I'm asking for some things, but I don't want anything before it's time. I don't mind waiting on what it is I want to have, because what I want this time, I don't want to lose. I want to understand it, the front and the back. You understand me? Some of us, we get stuff and we just get bored with it and we on to something else. And then we think God ain't hearing us. Soon as you go to this church, they got you praying left. You go to this church, they got you praying right. You go to this church, they got you praying this way. And at the end of the day, God ain't looking for how they got you praying. God looking for when you ready to pray for what you need. Only one knows your situation is you. Ain't nobody got time to sit here and be playing peekaboo with you when it comes down to what you desire to have in your life at this point right now. If you want peace, you're going to have to display it right now. But for some of us, I'm going freestyling this thing right now. For some of us, we ask for certain things. And what I'm trying to express to you is God gives it to you, but you mess it up. You want an example? Somebody want me to go deeper, I go deeper. You tell me to go deeper, I go deeper right now. You see, even with electricity, we don't create electricity, but somebody created a way to understand how to use electricity. So all we could do is display electricity by using it, right? Cutting the lights on, but we don't make electricity. Somebody say go deeper. Y'all want to go deeper? I go deeper. You see, we have fire. We have fire, right? Fire can be used to heat your house. Fire can be used to cook your food, but fire also can burn your house down. Fire can also burn you up. Okay, what am I saying? I'm saying if you mismanage what you've been over, then it's no wonder why you don't appreciate it. What am I saying? Water can be used to quench your thirst. Water can be used to wash your body, but you also can use water to sit here and drown you. You can drown in water. What am I saying? What's could be made for a good thing can also be made for a bad thing. This broadcast, let's go deeper. We can get to bigger, better, greater, and we also can be happy and feel energetic. We done came together on a Monday. Why is this Monday? Because this is the Mighty Monday Meltdown. We start our week on Mondays right now. This ain't no pretending. You don't get no choir on this one. You don't get nobody pushing you and trying to lead you, talking about everybody. This is either you got it or you don't. Do you know what the results is? What's your target? What you shooting at? What you trying to accomplish? You know, how do we measure if you accomplishing it or not? That's what we here for. We about them results right now. We about, hey, listen, are you getting what you're supposed to get right now? If you are in a circle that's hindering you, cut them off. I'm going to be the one to say cut them off, because nobody else will tell you to cut nobody off. When you go to school, you paid to go to school. When you go into church, that was your free will, just like everybody else. But when it comes down to your life, you're going to have to register at this point. You're going to have to register at this point. Okay. All right. So y'all got that. Okay. So I want to show you a couple of things I pulled out as I just make my way, you guys. Jesus told the disciples, we have to roll out, right? We have to go wake Lazarus up. This is where we was at. And one of the disciples reminded him, it says some of the disciples, they reminded him, and they said, why would you go back to the place where people tried to kill you, right? People tried to stone you, right? And what am I saying? I'm saying for some of us, that's where we at in life right now. When you get higher understanding, when you get bigger, better, and greater, you have to go back to some of the places that you actually, you only there just to go through passing. You got to help somebody. But for many of us, we don't want to help nobody, right? And that's why you can't see God's hand in your life, because when you go into certain areas, the best of you will come out. That will be the God in you. Right? But it's only to assist your surroundings or the people that surround you right now, just like this broadcast. You know, I wrote a book, put the book in Spanish, put it in workbooks. I'm in school teaching this thing throughout the week. You know what I mean? I'm doing this live broadcast on Mondays and Saturdays at 3:00 hour, my time. But this is an assignment, right? Because you guys are the leaders. It takes leaders to be around the leader, right? Let's be clear. You only can resemble what it is that you're looking for right now. I only draw people to me that's trying to be bigger, better, and greater. Entrepreneurs, people that's trying to go in the alternate route, that's trying to get somewhere in life. Those are the ones that are sent to me. Now, if you about some foolishness or some mess, now some of them might try to get through the door, but God always shut them down. That's for the public. Many gonna take the high road. Only a few gonna find this path. I know I walk a path right now. Happiness is not a path. It's happiness is a path. It is not a destination. Right? This path of self-recovery, this path of self-recovery, this path of self-improvement, this path of being self-aware, a path right now. And for some of you, you need somebody that can speak a language, layman's terms, nothing extra, nothing this, nothing that. You don't need nobody trying to lay hands like somebody asked me about scriptures and things. I'm saying, listen, I only use scriptures because scriptures is needed for my life. Okay. And I know how to interpret the scriptures that I hear. But as far as if somebody else hear what I have to say, if they don't accept it, it really doesn't bother me. I don't care, because my life reflects my life and their life will reflect whatever life they live. I'm very, very clear on this part right here. A lot of you can't be manipulated if you clear with where you at in your life. A lot of you cannot be taken advantage of. If you strong, the only way to be strong is to ground yourself, right? Ground yourself. Nobody can sit here and take control of you if you are healthy. To be healthy is to be strong. To be strong is to be grounded in who you are and whom you are. That's what time it is, right? So I want to give you this piece real quick. So Jesus had a confrontation with his circle. His circle said, why? See, what we need to do is go back and wake Lazarus up. The circle said, why? He said, why? I'm going to show you why. Let's get to this why. Oh, man. I got to show you something else first. You guys go here real quick. Go to Mark 15. I'm sorry. I had something I wanted to show you. I want to show you something about our little broadcast we got going on, right? Our mighty broadcast we got. Sister Sonia, don't you call me telling me I don't call this broadcast little no more. She be like, something be going on. Y'all don't know how I be having to humble myself. That lady is amazing. And that's when I tell you about respect. God will always put people around you that they might not be your auntie, but you better respect them like an auntie, right? Because you had aunties that you never respected. Some of you didn't respect your mama, or you didn't get a chance. God will put somebody around you and you're going to have to respect her like your mama, just to make up for that time that you messed up. Some of you had an opportunity to have a wife and you messed it up somehow or whatever. God will put people around you and said, you better treat her like she your wife. Meaning you better show her some respect, because it's not for her, it's actually for you. So you can get some practice on who you need to be. So next time when you try to go before somebody, you'll understand what these vows mean, right? Vice versa. Vice versa. A lot of us, we want to wait till something happen and then we want to think we finna act out. Ain't no time to role play in God. It's either you with God when you don't have nothing, or you with God and you with God when you have something. See, that's why they say you pray when you don't want to and you pray when you want to. See, a lot of us, we have these walls up where we want to talk to God when we feel like everything is going bad, but when things is going good, we just X him right on out. And what am I saying? That's your marriage. When you married to your higher self and you get that wall removed, it's for better or for worse. It's for sickness or health. What am I saying? The cross is a crossover. That means if you in sickness, then you should be focusing on what's health. But you're not going to be healthy thinking about sickness. You're not going to be up thinking about down. You're not going to have money thinking about if I go broke. What am I saying? I'm saying, you guys, you need balance. Choose who you will serve, and that's where you will go. But for many of us, we get frustrated and we revert back and we mess everything up. That was the whole ordeal to that one. So I wanted you to turn to Mark 15 for a reason, because I wanted to show you this one thing real quick. And that one thing is Mark 15, early in the morning. This is Jesus before Pilate, right? Early that morning, the chief priests with the elders, teachers. Okay, scroll down. Listen, right here, verse 2. Are you the king of the Jews, right? Asked Pilate, right? You have said so, Jesus replied, right? Understanding something. His understanding is what he heard. Pilate heard this. You are the king. Jesus replied, if you said so. You see, your mind creates your world. For many of you, you might think this person is stuck up. You might think this person is crazy. You might think whatever. That's you creating that, right? So you have to live in what you create. You have to watch what you're creating. Jesus is trying to show us this one little thing. He said, if you say so. The chief priests accused him of many things. So again, Pilate asked him, aren't you going to answer? See how many things they are accusing you of? But Jesus, verse 5, still made no reply, and Pilate was amazed. Stop here. What am I saying? Some of you, this is how you hold your position. I've been looking for something. People be asking me, when you say hold your position, what does that look like? When God said be patient, what does that look like? Holding your position is knowing how to shut up. Holding your position is knowing how to sit here and look at the things that's going on. They're going to accuse you of a lot of things because that's their minds trying to interpret your life. You living your life. You don't need nobody trying to interpret what you do. For me personally, I pay my own bills. I pay my own this. I do this right here. I done bought this. I done bought that. I pay for my maintenance. I do everything. So it's not one person that I feel, not even my mama walking this planet, that can question me on regards to how my life runs. Because how her life run is her life, right? But again, so I wanted to say that. So he was amazed because Jesus made no reply. Some of you, stop replying to things that does not involve you. You speak to things that you shouldn't be speaking to, and now you involved in stuff that has nothing to do with you, right? So it was a custom going on. I gotta hurry up and go right now. And it says in verse 11, the chief priest, right? This is where y'all practice what you preach comes in at. The chief priest stirred up the crowd to have Pilate release. Oh, wait. So they had a custom. The custom is every certain period of time, somebody get released, right? Like a lottery. They get released from jail. Jesus is in jail, but Pilate is in jail. Not Pilate. Barabbas is in jail for a murder. So the people get to choose. This is very dangerous publicly. People get to choose who get released, right? So somebody stirred up the crowd. And they could have freed Jesus because all these accusations that they was making against him, he had to keep his mouth closed because for some of you, people are going to say things in regards to you, but it's not what you say. It's how you respond to what they say, right? So Jesus said nothing. So Pilate said, this is interesting. So he goes to the crowd now and put him in front of the crowd now and says, who should we choose? Should we choose your pastor or should we choose this little teacher, right? Who is helping you with the growth, right? And so guess what happens? This is what happens. Barabbas, they chose Barabbas, freedom murderer, and they kept Jesus, right? This is how he got crucified. This is what I want to give to you guys right now. This is why you will be crucified. It's because things that support you, somebody always gonna have a problem with things that makes you better. Things that makes you better, somebody gonna always have a problem with that, okay? Always. So let me show you what it looks like when Jesus Christ makes you better. Barabbas was in jail, like some of you are in jail. If they never would have got Jesus, then Barabbas never would have got free. You see, for some of us, Jesus had to come and take the position that you used to be in order so you can be released so that you can have bigger, better, and greater. You see, once again, I'm going to say it one more time because some of you missed this. This person, Barabbas, was in jail. He's in jail like some of you are in jail in your life. You don't know what's going on, dark days, dark times. You don't know, man, when God is going to happen for me. I'm just in this dark place. It took for Jesus to come to get captured. He never said a word. He never gonna say anything, right? So it took for Jesus to get captured, to get handed over, and the people had to choose. If they never had Jesus, he never would have got free. Some of you are being free because or people will be free because you choose to serve a higher God. You choose to live on a higher plane. You choose to handle your affairs in a better way than the way people are handling things around you. Ground yourself and look at the way people are handling things around you. Let's go ahead and get into this last little scripture that I've been waiting to break down in front of you guys. I got to finish it. So let me just finish this and I'm done. I came on late for a reason. I was stuck in my little prayer and worship. John 11. Go to John 11, please. John 11. I want to finish this. Thank you. And I thank you guys for taking the time out for yourself, man. John 11. Where is this? John 11. Right? Now, this is back to that Lazarus death, right? What's going on, Faith? Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. Y'all already know why we here. You already know what we here to do. I want to pray us out and we done. I'm done with this in the next 3 to 4 minutes. I'm out. What's going on, Rena D? Rena D over there lighting it up. Okay. Go to John 11. Watch this, you guys. This is a teaching that only a teacher can teach. All right. This is something that, like Kanye West say, a pastor can't preach this. Right. So if you go to John 11 and go to John 11:8, right? But Rabbi, remember I just told you earlier, they said a short while ago, the Jews there tried to stone you, and yet you are going back. Some of you, people tried to kill you and destroy you, right? The community tried to kill you and destroy you. That man tried to kill you and destroy you. The family tried to kill you and destroy you, but you did not die. you got stronger. He shipped some of you to different areas so you can develop and grow. Now you have to come back and testify. What does testify mean? Somebody asked me, when you go back to church, Jesus saved you out here. But when he said go back to church, he said go back to church and show yourself strong. That means confirm that what you learned out here, right, it was bigger, better, and greater. But when you go back there, because he wanted to make sure you deal with the confusion, because when you was messing up in the world, you felt you needed God, so you ran in the church, right? So now you was in the church, whatever, right? But you stayed there for a long time. But then when you came out and got on the broadcast now, and God began to take out what you learned, showed you what you learned in there, took that out, unlearned that, took it out of you. Now you got to relearn. Now we fast forwarding it right now. Now that you understand, you have a foundation. Your foundation is your inner concept. Your inner concept is I am my life coach. What does I am my life coach does? It gives you ownership. Once you gain the ownership, now he said, go back to the church, show yourself. Right? Show yourself, meaning I'm owning up to what I do now. I don't need nobody directing me. I don't need nobody telling me you're messing up at home and all this. I know at this point, moving forward, anything that involves my life, I'm engaged in it because the Christ in me is now awake. Now, right? I had a rude awakening. Now that I'm woke, I see what I need to do and why I need to do it. If I make a mistake, what's a mistake? A mistake is small little lessons broken down that's converted into experience now. So when God converts your lessons, your mistakes into experience, he's teaching you now on how to speak, how to talk. When you mess up, how to apologize, how to say I'm sorry, how to say, hey, you know what? There's no need to mess up a good relationship that either Christ could have came through you to help somebody else, or Christ could have came through somebody else to help this individual, right? Come on now. My fault. Absolutely. That was my fault because I allowed too much to go on and now something new is coming on, right? So watch this. Jesus answered, are there not 12 hours in a day, right? Anyone who walks through the daytime will not stumble, for they see by this world's light. It is when a person walks at night that they stumble. You see, walking at night is the stuff that you are ignorant. Sin is expensive. Ignorance is expensive. When you have no self-control, it's expensive. When you don't have a plan, it's expensive. When you out here trying to freestyle, it's expensive. If you don't ground yourself and work on an actual plan, not for the world, not for a man, not for a woman, not for a job, you got to work on a plan for you. And when you work on a plan for you, I don't care what goes on around me. One thing I want God to know is I was standing faithful in my stand right now, right? So watch this faithful in my stand. Okay, y'all, I got 2 minutes left. Look at this. He said, after this, he said, we got to go and we got to tell our friend Lazarus, right, has fallen, right? So they're going to go wake him up. Now watch the wake up. Listen to this. Now notice, he took 2 days. I got to rush. On verse 17, go down to verse 17. On his arrival, Jesus found Lazarus had already been in the tomb for 4 days. Stop right here. Some of you have been in your location for a long time. I don't know how long you've been without finances. I don't know how long you've been without a plan. I don't know how long you've been in dark days. What am I trying to say to you? You better follow what I'm saying. Listen to me. I pray the Spirit pick you up right now. I pray the Spirit open your eyes up right now. I pray, guys, if you don't hear nothing else, you hear him right now, what he's trying to tell you. What am I saying? Some of us been in a dark tomb meaning ghosts and goblins, and you don't see what's in this tomb with you. You don't see AJ who on this broadcast. You don't see some of the people that tried to kill you, that talked about you. They right here looking at you right now. And I'm thank God that he got these bright lights on. At the same time, I can't see, but watch how the Spirit pick it up. Listen to me. He says 4 days he was in this tomb. Jesus on deck now. You got to get this part. Higher self is in the building. Higher self done made his way on the broadcast. Now listen to this. Okay. Verse 20. When Martha and Jesus comforted him that loss of their brother, right? People was with him. Verse 20, when Martha heard Jesus was coming, higher self. Listen to this, guys. Bigger, better, greater is on his way. When it's coming, choose who you gonna serve. Watch this. Choose who you gonna serve. When Martha heard Jesus was coming, she went out to meet him. Stop right here. There has to be a meet in order to get what you desire. You have to leave where you at to go to another place in order to get your blessings. What am I saying? I'm saying sometimes, I remember back in the day when I was in church, I used to sit all the way in the back up top, right? Be like, I'm in the back hanging out. Then the Lord said, no, you can't sit in the back. He moved me all the way up to the front now. So I'm in the third row in the church, and it's all these rows behind me, but I always only saw the first 3 rows. Every time I come in, I see them left side, 3 rows up, to the point where even when I walk in, the usher just will look at me and say, come this way, sit down here, right? It don't matter. She'll block other people, but me, she will put me right where I need to be at. What am I saying? You got to leave a location. Here's the message. Here's the Mighty Monday Meltdown. This is where I turn it up and I turn it out. What's going on? Hello, everybody. This is the Mighty Monday Meltdown. Let's get this work. Verse 11, right? She got up to meet him, but Mary stayed at home. That means whoever you with, they're going to leave and somebody's still going to be stuck here looking stupid. How many people are stuck here looking stupid? See, many people can get out here that done got registered back in school. Some people done left out and done moved and relocated. Some people done moved on, got a new car, ain't thought nothing else about you, right? Let's be clear. Some of you, this is you right now. You are the one who left. But others, you are the one that got left, okay? Now watch this. When Mary heard Jesus was coming, this is why I try to tell you, stop trying to tell everybody. Everybody ain't going with you. She jumps up. Oh, I got to roll. She jumps up, but Mary stayed at home. The Lord, Martha, Lord, listen to this. Lord, hide yourself. Lord, hide yourself. Martha said to Jesus, if you had been here, my brother would not have died. But I know that even now, God will give you whatever you ask for. Higher self. If you focus on your higher self, God will give your higher self whatever your higher self will request. So your conscious mind. See, some of you, you don't believe it can happen because you're looking at your finances. Take your eyes off your finances, put your eyes on your God, and realize you want a big house, and God has to be the one to provide the resources to have the big house. You want something, but you got to understand you can only go through the Son. He said the only way to the Father is through what? The Son. Some of you don't even understand what he's saying. The only way to the Father is through what? Higher self. But your wall is not allowing you to go to higher self because you're not open. You're not open because you can't forgive your past. You can't forgive the way you acted in your past. It says forgive others and you will be forgiven. But you can't forgive them because you was dealing with them. It's not them that needs to be forgiven. It's you, because you the one that messed up with that ground level and done got your butt trapped. They not trapped based on you. You trapped based on you. Let's be honest. You not trapped based on somebody else. You trapped based on you and your thinking. She says, this is a secret, y'all. This is a mystery right here. That's why I'm standing right here. She says, he have died. But I know, higher self, bigger, better, greater. I am my life coach. I know that even now, God will give you whatever you request. Who knows this? She knows this. Some of you, you are the one who makes the request on behalf of someone else. It's your request. You are becoming the power circle to a people that's powerless. You are becoming the power outlet. You know how you got to plug the cord or the power cord into the wall? You are the outlet that people gonna have to plug into, but you complain so much. Your attitude, so I'm tired of helping. Shut up, because you messing up your future and who depending on you. Okay, let's be clear. Somehow we connected in a way that we know nothing about. He said, my thoughts are not your thoughts. My ways are not your ways. In other words, shut up. Okay, we got to shut up at this point. So watch this. He said, verse 22, but I know that even now, God will give you whatever you ask for. Listen to Jesus. Jesus 23. Jesus said to her, your brother will rise again. You see that? Whatever situation you in will rise again. What do I mean? We rise, we fall. We rise, we fall. We rise, we fall. And you thought you was messing it up. God was rising you and falling you to teach yourself something. You understand? You rise, you fall. You rise, you fall. You rise, you fall. And some of you, you don't fail. And now you done messed up and forgot all the other times he done raised you up. All the other times he done resurrected you. All the other times, all you had to do is renew, redo, restart, refresh, revive, you get me? So watch this. He said, your brother gonna rise again. AJ gonna rise again, y'all. Many people try to kill me. I get a crucifixion. Some people gonna crucify me and somebody else got free. And everybody clap for the one that got free. Clap. Everybody clap, right? But I'm sitting here finna get hung with this little purple on. I'm finna go on and get hung, right? But this was my assignment. This was my job. It wasn't a matter. It wasn't about who was gonna harm me, who was gonna talk about me. It was about how many people would get free based on me. Free from what? Free from yourself. Free from understanding religion. Free from debt, free from poverty, right? Come on now, the crossover is the other side, what you focusing on. So what happened? Martha answered, I know he will rise again. Did you hear this? Martha says, I know he gonna rise again. Listen to this though. In the resurrection at the last day, stop right here. The last day, that's when he decides to accept Christ, higher self. The last day is the Last Supper. The last day is the table where you realize that, you know what? I am my life coach. My inner concept done kicked in right now. I understand what I'm doing. This was a tough lesson to teach. I'm still trying to teach it. So work with me, you guys. She said, I know he gonna rise at the resurrection. That means the last day. That means when you had enough. That means, you know what? I'm tired of this. I'm done with this. I'm done with that. You know, I'm at the last point. I'm you know, when you just finally says, you know what? I'm done. But the Lord say, good. I'm so glad that you're done now. Now let's get on to bigger, better, greater. Let's get on to being born again, right? Because I told you can't put new wine in old skin. So what happens as I close out? Verse 25. Jesus said to her, I am the resurrection. Stop. Higher self is your resurrection. Higher self is your resurrection. See, some of you just been so stuck down here that you just been down here and you thought this is just it. Why is nothing happening to you for you? Because you down here. Ignorance is sin. Sin is ignorance. Stuck on stupid, not knowing the power. It makes you powerless. So you down here hoping on something that you will never get, looking for something that you will never have, praying to something that you ain't even don't even know what you're praying to. And you down here. You got that? Now, Jesus just said, she said, I know. This is my telling you about a power circle. She's talking to Jesus. And she took on his situation. He did, but she's advocating, saying, I know he will rise again, right? With the resurrection. Jesus, higher self, says, I am the resurrection. Higher self and the life. Stop. I'm the resurrection and the life you desire to have. Some of you want the resurrection, but can you at least ask for the life? For others, you want the life, but you don't want the resurrection. You ain't finna sit here and get the life and be ratchet. You ain't finna get the life and be poverty mindset. You is not finna do that. He said he's the life, but he's also the resurrection. He's the bigger, better, greater. And he also has the life that you desire to have. But you have to leave the low level mentality. You got to leave that stupid stuff. I wanted to say something else. You got to leave that. Where's that? And you got to get over and cross over. Use that cross to cross over to the other side. If you was on the left side, you need to cross to the right side. If you was on the low side, you need to cross to the higher side. Because at the end of the day, there's three birds. I talked about the vulture, I talked about the pigeon, and I talked about the eagle. This lady is an eagle right here, and she's talking to higher self on behalf of the brother. This is the woman talking to God on behalf of a brother, not her man, but a man, right? He's talking to God like, look, he needs to be resurrected, God. He needs to come to higher self. He needs to be grounded, right? But some of you want to marry the dead man that's stuck in the tomb. You want to marry a person's worst, and he never get to the best, and you never get there either. Instead of sitting here talking to your God, saying, God, keep pressing him, keep raising him, raise him up at the end of the day, because that shows you the power of Christ. Look at this, y'all. This is dope. Watch this. He says, Jesus, verse 25, I am the resurrection, right? Jesus says, I am the resurrection and the life. The one who believes in me will live. The one who believes in higher self Do you believe that there's a higher you? Do you believe that there's bigger, better, greater in you? And you just got to put your mind on it. For some of you, all you need to do is find out what your letter Z is in your life right now. Close your eyes and ask God for what you desire to have. When you see what you desire to have, what is it that you want to see happen in your life? Close your eyes and put your eyes on a vision. Close your eyes and put your eyes on a dream. I don't care if that dream came and went. Put your eyes on something else right now. And when you understand your eyes is on something, come on, God, I know you can do it. You see us right now. Our eyes is on what we desire to see happen in our life. Now watch this. When you open your eyes up, guess what? This is when the work starts, because you have seen exactly what it is that you want to see happen. Some of you saw yourself in glory. You saw yourself in this, what it means to go into eternal life, right? Eternity. This is what you just tapped into. You tapped into the universe, right? So look at this. This is the tap in. Anyone who believes in me will live, even though they die. So you shouldn't be worrying about dying, because your dying is to your old ways. Even though you finna die to your old ways, because you have to accept the new ways, because you can't live until you die. You have to die to what was, because what was came first. You came first. You got to die to that right there. And now you can live in newness, because newness will give you a new understanding, higher self. And he said, whoever lives by believing in me will never die. Whoever lives by higher self will never die. Now you see where eternity is at. You enter into this, and now you live in this space that you never die in. That's why it says young forever, right? Will never die. He asks, do you believe this? It's right here, verse 26. Do you believe this? I do. She said, yes, Lord. She replied, I believe that you are the Messiah. The Messiah is God. The Son, there go the Son, lower man, right? That's man, up higher man, right? The Son who comes into this world. After she had said this, she went back. She went back. Now here go another going back. She went back, called her sister aside. What am I saying? Let me call one of my little friends. Hey, y'all better get it together. Because many of you keep having these little meetings with God. And then when God leaves your presence, he gives you an assignment, and you mess around here and forget why he sent you back. He sent you back to go check some people. He sent you back to go correct some things. He sent you back so you can go get a better understanding of how this thing gonna work called life at this point. New relationship. That's my time, you guys. Thank you guys for joining me. Listen, as a recap, I wanted you to see it kind of had a twist and a turn to it, but you really had to follow the story of what was going on. What was going on? Jesus showing up. What was going on? Martha had to leave where she was at and left somebody behind. Mary was the one who put the perfume on his feet. She already went to Jesus. She went to Jesus when he was over his homies in them house. Okay? Now, notice she didn't come this time. Martha came out, and she had to meet Jesus, and she had to confirm bigger, better, greater. She had to leave where she was and the people. Y'all missing this. Nobody never taught you this. This was all in this. And he said, do you believe that? She said, I do, Lord. I believe you are the Messiah. I believe you are the Son of Man, and the Holy Spirit is allowing me to speak to you. That means I baptize you in the name of the Father. I believe you are the Messiah. I believe you are the Son. That's the Son, higher self. That's who's speaking. And the Holy Spirit that allows me to go back and connect to those that can connect to me. That's my time, you guys. I appreciate everything. That was a real lesson, though. You know what I'm saying? Super lesson for a super time, for a super blessing. Right now, some of the things you guys are looking for is not in the natural. You need supernatural help right now. For some of you, you just need the supernatural. But your natural keep on kicking in. And you have to understand what you need is supernatural. You can't get in no car and your gas only gonna take you this far. The supernatural will take you this far. So stop worrying about this far and start worrying about completion. Complete what you started. At the end of the day, if you feel that you're going to another level, work on your mouth right now. Work on your patience right now. Work on what your eyes watch right now. Work on how you're going to talk. You need some practice. Practice now, you guys. Peace and blessings. That's my time. Thank you, guys. You too. What's going on, everybody? Peace and blessings. Boom, boom, boom. Right? What's that thing say? Bum, 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 bum. Y'all take care, man. That's my time. Let me not act crazy or silly or have a moment, because some people be like, you just done this. This ain't just for you. This ain't easy, okay? This is not easy. As an entrepreneur, I just want y'all to know something. As an entrepreneur, I got to tell myself to get up. I got to tell myself to get some rest. I got to tell myself to keep going. I got to tell myself don't spend that dollar. I got to tell myself spend that money. I got to tell myself spend that money. I got to tell myself help them, don't help them. I got to sit here and do all these other things. I don't really have nobody. I got to do this myself. It's very difficult being an entrepreneur, but I wouldn't choose anything other than, because ownership is entrepreneurship. If you want to be an entrepreneur, own yourself first before you try to go own a business. Don't go buy a business and then you're going to get everything for the business. But when it comes down to you, you don't get nothing for you. You don't read no books. You don't eat the right food. You don't go get vegetables. You don't make protein shakes. You don't want to go work out. You don't want to sit here and go get you some nice, comfortable clothes. Your closet is full of a bunch of just rags. And I'm going to be honest with you. God is not going to turn your rags into riches until you become rich mentally and give a lot of that stuff away. Empty that out. I would rather have a good, clean closet, right, than a closet full of nothing, of junk stuff, where when you slide your doors back, stuff is falling out your closet. Don't you think it's time for an upgrade, but you don't like throwing nothing away? Give some stuff away. Clear out some. This is spring cleaning right now. You have to get yourself into a new position right now. Some of you don't even wear the same size that you used to wear, okay? And if you ain't trying to get bigger, then you need to throw all your big clothes away and get you some smaller clothes so you can have a goal. And the goal is to squeeze into those smaller pants than sitting here trying to accommodate yourself with some bigger pants. You understand me? Peace and blessings. You too. Thank you. You guys, thank you.